Hi everyone, today we'll be comparing the Wash Dive IceCrack Ettoson Turqoise shard as well as my Grand Seiko Snowflake. So side by side wise, I like the Ettosohn's color the most compared to the IceCrack and of course the Samadin here. Let's start with the blue IceCrack. This is a very nice 36mm Grand Seiko homage. It's very similar to the new UFA in size. I saw the new UFA in person. But the color, I think they're sort of trying to chase under the Altera Valley. It's a very striking blue, especially under sunlight. I quite like it, but it's not green enough in the sense because I've seen the real Altera Valley in person and it's much more green. So I'll call this blue, it won't be called like a turquoise. The finishing is top notch, of course, from Wash Dives, but there's a lack of micro adjustment, and due to the VH31, it also feels extremely light. But it's a very nice piece where you wear. It feels like a titanium piece, but it doesn't have that titanium price tag, which I think is pretty good and caters to certain people. But if your wrist is bigger than 7 inches, I would recommend going for the bigger size one. And then now we can move on to the big boy Aethelsohn turquoise shard. The name is a little bit too long. I hope that the founder can make a nicer, catchier name, or at least a modern number. But that aside, the branding is awesome and the quality of the watch is very, very good. I like that they kept the logo really simple, so it looks actually very premium. And for me, I've handled over 80 different watches from all different price points, from Rolexes, Omegas, even Grand Seikos. So I would say for $200, this quality is insane, and it's definitely at the level of Samadin. It also has a PT 5000 movement, which I personally like a lot. And it makes the whole watch feel a lot more heftier and heavier compared to the Watch Dives. Of course, micro adjustments included as well, which is really good, especially I'm in Singapore where the weather fluctuates a little bit, and when your wrist swells, it's really nice to have this on-the-go adjustment, especially when you travel to cold countries where your wrists tend to swell a little bit. Now I'll just show some close-up of the finishing as well as the dials from all the three watches. Yeah, the green blue, I feel that it's the perfect color. Of course, it's not as nice as the actual Altera Valley, but it is probably the closest you can get at $200 now in the market. Yeah, unless, of course, if you're rich, you can sell out $7,000 and get the actual Grand Seiko, right? Yeah, but also I'm thinking I should get the blue shard as well, because the blue shard actually looks like the Grand Seiko Mount Iwate, the SLGH 027. It has a very nice blue silver color, which I like a lot. And there's another YouTuber doing this, but yeah, I'm really thinking if I should get it. Yeah, I will leave the close-ups for your viewing pleasure, and you can skip on to the wrist rolls at the end of the video, which I will go on with my closing thoughts. Yeah, so it has a wrist roll of a 36mm watch dice IceCrack on my 6.25" for my American friends and 16cm for my British friends. Yeah, you can see Ettoson is a little bit bigger at 39mm. It has a really nice sports feel to it, and I'm between sizes. It's slightly big, but I still can pull it off. But I like the big size. It shows a certain sense of sportiness to it. And then you have the Grand Seiko Snowflake, really big at 41mm, one of the OG Grand Seikos. I cannot blame it for being this big, partly because the movement honestly is really thick for the spring drive, and you need that size to sort of make it look nicer dimensions wise. But it was also born during the era of Panerais, where all the watches are like 44mm and above. Yeah, but then still really classic. I still really love the watch. I really hate that it doesn't have a micro adjust though. Yeah. So putting all the watches side by side, you can see like it does not look any cheaper than the Grand Seiko Snowflake. This is why I'm so excited for the brand, and this is why I love Chinese watches. I'm thinking, should I keep all of them or should I sell some of them? What do you think? I love them all, so do let me know in the comments below. And let me know what other watches you all will be interested to see. Thanks everyone, have a good day.